Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. How's everybody doing? Welcome to TJ Inspires. And we are on here a little bit late, but we are here. We're just checking in, seeing how everybody is doing. How's everybody doing? Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. This is Tristan with TJ Inspires and just checking in to see how everybody's doing. Happy Wednesday. What was for dinner? How are you? That's what we're doing. And I want to let you know these are our and trivia card game trivia questions. This is our and trivia card game. And we are just chatting it up, seeing how you're doing. Welcome. Give me some thumbs up. Again, my name is, I go by the pen name TJ Inspires, and I'm an author. I'm a doctor of education, and if you do not know, I have my books. This one is called Dream the Impossible. Little Girls Who Dream Become Women with Vision and Power. This one is called Soul of a Man. Poetry for the Mind, Body, and Soul. And this one is called Princess Destiny and the Magical Natural Hair. We do have our books available, so if you would like to get a book, you can just email me or go to www.tjinspires.com to get your book. Let me know. I don't have too much I'm talking about tonight. Just doing a check-in to see how everybody is doing. Let me see. I need to get the charger for my laptop. How's everybody doing? Welcome to TJ Inspired. We have a new video up. So if you have not watched, please go ahead and watch the new video we just posted today. It just released today. And it talks about the seven life lessons that we learn as women too late that I wish I would have known a little bit earlier in life. So come out of the bushes and let me know who you are. We don't bite. We don't bite. Come on out of the bushes. And let's just chat it up tonight. Hi. I'm going to put some questions in the chat. How's everybody doing? Hi, Heather. Welcome to TJ Inspires. Give us some thumbs up. How is everybody doing? If you're new here, welcome. What was for dinner? What was for dinner? What was for dinner? All right, so let's get started. First question is, how is everyone? How is everybody doing tonight? How is everybody doing tonight? Hi, Heather, Dante. I had spaghetti. That's the question. Number one is, how is everybody doing? I had spaghetti for dinner tonight. I had spaghetti, and we had garlic bread. So here's the first question. What are some life lessons that you wish you would have learned earlier in life? So here's the question number 2. All right, that's question number 2. I'm going to pin it. So this question is, what are some life lessons you wish you would have learned earlier in life? So one life lesson that I would have wish I would have learned earlier in life, I probably would have went to the military instead of going straight to college. I probably would have went to the military first, and then I probably would have went and got my degree. Now I don't regret going directly from high school to college, but I probably would have wish I would have went to the military so I could have got them to pay for school. Um, so again, what are some life lessons? What else I wish I would have learned earlier in life about financial, making sure financial. So hold on one second. Chattermaster chat. The question is, what are some life lessons you wish you would have learned earlier in life? So the question is, what are some life lessons you would have wished you learned earlier in life? I wish my parents would have sat down and told us, a lot of times and people will keep secrets from family members, but no, you need to learn talk to your kids about, life, talk about, that, like what to do when the XYZ is happens. What's another question? So tonight we're just chatting it up. Thank you, Finch. So I'm just throwing some questions out in the chat. Here's another question. What are some foods? This is number 3. What are some foods that you refuse to eat? What is one food where you refuse to eat no matter what? What is one food you refuse to eat no matter what? One food that I refuse to eat is probably tuna with apples in it. I'm like, tuna doesn't need to have apples in it. What is one food that you refuse to eat no matter what? And so again, welcome to TJ Inspires. Happy Wednesday. What is one thing, and we're only 6 months into 2025, but this is a good question. What is something you learned this year that changed your perspective? I think this is question number 4. This is question number 4. What is something you learned this year that changed your perspective? One thing I've learned this year that has changed my perspective is go get it. Go get it, keep pushing, keep moving. Life is lifing, but you gotta keep moving, you gotta keep pushing. D, and if anybody's wondering what I'm eating, I had to get a snack in tonight. We already had dinner. We had spaghetti, but I like the toaster strudel. The warm. I don't. That's weird. I don't really like Pop Tarts, but I will eat a toaster strudel. Hi, JR the boss. How are you? What's good? We're just chatting it out, just checking in to see how everybody's doing. And we're just throwing some questions out in the chat. So the questions are, first question is, how are you doing tonight? The second question, what are some life lessons you wish you would have learned earlier in life? What's one food you refuse to eat no matter what? I said tuna and apples. Like, I'm not eating tuna and apples. All right. Ooh, if you could go back to give your younger self advice, what would it be? This is number 5. If you could go back and give your younger self advice, what it be? Would it be? If you could go back and give your younger self some advice, what would it be? Let me get my computer charger. Yes, if you have not subscribed to the channel, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Oh, JR said the most important life lesson is not to be anxious and distressed over many things. Just focus on one, the most important thing. Yes, 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 yes. Yes. I'm going to pin your message. I like that. Advice I would give my younger self is not to rush to get to my older self, to ask my younger self these questions. Yes, don't ever rush, don't ever rush things. If I The advice I would give my younger self is don't rush. Seek out all of your resources. Seek out all your resources. Planning is okay, but don't try to overplan your life. Save, travel, 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 and get with somebody that or companies that will sponsor your travels. Like so, maybe the military. You go to school, go get in the study abroad programs, volunteer, travel the world. Don't be confined to your environment. Get out there and travel the world and explore things outside of your city. All right. This is question number 6. The one thing I've learned this year that changed my perspective that the years before produced good and bad, and the years ahead will do the same. Yes, yes, I agree. Life comes with the good and the bad. You're gonna have bad days. You're gonna have good days. You're gonna have some days you just like, whoo, halt everything. I got to focus, laser in, and just that's just life. Nothing is perfect. Nobody is perfect. You gotta take the good and the bad. All right. This is question number 7. Question number 7. This or that. This or that. Coffee or tea? Coffee or tea? Coffee or tea? Morning or night? Books or podcasts? So me, I'll probably go with tea. I do not like coffee. Coffee makes me jittery. It makes me very, I know when it wears also, because my coffee has to be like cream. Like I have to have a lot of it's got to be very creamy, and it got to have a lot of sugar in it. So that's why I don't drink coffee, and it gets cold too fast. And so when I come down and finish that coffee, I'm just like all just like energy and heart racing all over the place. Am I a morning or a night person? It depends. Like if I know the only time I really a morning person is when it's time to travel. Other than that, I would prefer, and I'm not a night owl. Can I be in between? Books or podcasts? I would definitely say books. Definitely say books. And if you don't know, I'm an author. I have several different books. This one is called Princess Destiny and Magical Natural Hair. This one is called Soul of a Man. And this one is called Dream the Impossible. All the books are available. So the question is this or that, coffee or tea, morning or night, books or podcasts. Again, thank you so much for joining TJ Inspires. And we're just chatting it up, just checking in to see how everybody is doing tonight. And we just have some questions. Ooh, this one says what's your personal motto or word for the year? This is question number. Do we as humans know our purpose? No, not really. No, do we as humans know our purpose? Ooh. No, no, not really. That is a thoughtful and powerful question. That is a powerful question. And no, I don't think we all, know our purpose. I'm just seeing what on that question. Hmm. Do as humans overthink unimportant things? Yes. Yes, we do. Yes. We definitely overthink unimportant things. Unimportant things. Yes, we do. We do. We do. We do. We do. We do. Can attest to that. Yes, we do overthink unimportant things. This question, what is the purpose of life? What is the purpose of life? Wow, that's a good question. What is the purpose of life? Do you think there's such thing as a good life? Yeah, there's such thing as a good life. Everybody's definition of a good life is different, but I do think there's such thing as a good life. So what a good life to me may mean that making sure that my lights, water, I have food to eat, I have a little bit of, I have, a rainy day fund, I'm able to travel. That may be the that may be the good life for me. Somebody else's good life may be that they want to have 5 children, they want to be married. That so everybody's definition of the good life is very different, but I do think there's such thing as a good life. You can enjoy life, you can have nice things, you can, go out and help your community, and somebody else's good thing may be like that they want to be that they want to live a certain lifestyle, and that's good for them. I'm not going to judge you because you decide to do this and I decide to do that. That's a good question too. Here is question. What question are we on? I think we are on question number 8. What is the purpose of life? What is the purpose of life? What is the purpose of life? Again, welcome to TJ Inspires. We're just checking in tonight to see how everybody is doing. Welcome, 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 welcome. And we're just answering, just putting questions in the chat, just relaxing, seeing how everybody is doing. We, JR the boss, thank you so much for engaging tonight and your questions, your thought-provoking questions. You're watching the replay of this video. We asked how everybody's doing tonight. One question is, what are some life lessons you wish you would have learned earlier in life? What's one food you refuse to eat no matter what? What's something you learned this year that changed your perspective on life? If you could go back and give your younger self and self advice, what would it be? The most important life lesson that JR said is not to be anxious. Question number 7. This or that, coffee or tea, morning or night. What is the purpose of life? What is the purpose of life? The purpose of life is to serve God, be fruitful, and become many. Yeah, I like that. I really like that. Again, welcome to TJ Inspires. And we're just chatting it up. Okay, so this one says, have you ever felt like you're living in your purpose or still searching? This question is, and this will be the last question of the night. This one is question 9. This is question 9. So, tonight is purpose. Oh, purpose, purpose. So here's some Bible verses on purpose. So it says, 1 Peter 2:9, but you are the chosen people, a royal priesthood, a holy nation, God's special possession, that you may declare the praises of him who called you out of darkness into this wonderful light. That's 1 Peter 2:9. Ecclesiastes 3:1. There is a time for everything, a season for every activity under heaven, a time to be born and a time to plant, a time to die and a time to uproot. There is a time for everything. That's Ecclesiastes 3:1. Jeremiah 29:11 says, "For I know the plans for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you." And we're talking about purpose. And this one says, "The Lord works out everything to his proper end, even the wicked for a day of disaster." All right, good people. I want to say thank you so much. You watched the replay of this video. Comment below. The question is what is the purpose of life? That's the question. What is the purpose of life? Again, JR says, "I feel like I live in my purpose. I feel that way because I have truly understanding of my purpose. The only thing I search for is more knowledge, clear understanding, and wisdom." Yes. Yes, I love that. I am be honest, I know what I'm still searching for my purpose. I know what the area God has called me in. I just need to step out there on faith and continue to build on that, and it's going to come that the world will hear about TJ Inspires. Again, thank you guys so much. Remember, I love you guys. Peace, love, and blessings. If you have not subscribed to the channel, please go ahead and subscribe. If you already subscribed, I want to thank you so much. Please tell a friend about TJ Inspires. Please let me know what you want to talk about. Put your post notifications on so that way you will be notified when we go live. Again, we have our books. We are hosting a content creator class, so if you want to grow your YouTube channel, that class is June the 29th. We still have our books. Again, have a great night. Peace, love, and blessings.